This is breaking news.
That time Glen Powell and his dad ran into Matthew McConaughey, and his dad got super weird. Meeting celebrities can be weird. As somebody who has had the luck and the honor to meet some big names, I can say that it's never not a little bit strange, and the main thing I want to avoid is making a fool of myself. I have never met Matthew McConaughey, though some of my Cinema Blend colleagues have interviewed him. If I ever do, I will hope against hope that I can be a little less weird than Glen Powell's father, who had to have one of the strangest responses on record to meeting the star, though it apparently turned out quite well for all involved. Powell was recently on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where he discussed a time that he and his dad ran into Matthew McConaughey. While most of us would try to act cool in the presence of somebody who appears to be one of the most chill human beings on earth, Powell says his dad was a bit embarrassed when they ran into McConaughey, saying, "He's like, I know you. He's like Glenn." And then my dad did not see him yet, so he steps out into the light out of the door. And then he goes, "Now who are you?" And my dad goes, "I have a picture of you next to my bed." The statement, as it turns out, wasn't quite as cringeworthy as it appears from the outside. Powell explained that his father, at that moment, had a copy of the most recent University of Texas magazine next to his bed, and that magazine had a cover story on University of Texas alumni Matthew McConaughey. Apparently, the actor particularly loved the photo shoot for that magazine, leading to the star and Glen Powell's dad becoming fast friends. Honestly, is it even that surprising? Matthew McConaughey comes across as the kind of guy who is just more than happy to become friends with everybody he meets. The fact that Glen Powell's father said he had a picture of him next to his bed, based on the way Powell tells the story, doesn't even appear to have fazed the actor in the slightest. Check out Powell telling the whole story on Instagram, including, it has to be said, a pretty spot on Matthew McConaughey impression that needs to be heard. Honestly, after an interaction like this, I might keep that picture of Matthew McConaughey by my bed. It sounds like Dad had a pretty incredible time with the star, one of the perks of having a son who is also a star. Now we just need Glen Powell and Matthew McConaughey to make a movie together. They'd be perfect adversaries in a rom-com. McConaughey was a big rom-com star for a long time, and Powell has recently shown success in that area as well. Glen Powell's dad would certainly love it.